Have you ever wondered, if the soul is an endless sky, what role does the body play in our search for peace and enlightenment? Is the body merely a temporary vessel? Or is it actually a key element in unlocking wisdom? Imagine stepping into an ancient temple, where everything radiates tranquility. The air is still, the atmosphere is serene. And the silence itself feels sacred. Just like that temple, your body is a sacred space, a place where every thought, every action, and every breath reflects the path you are walking. In Buddhist teachings, the body is not just a physical structure, it is a precious tool that allows us to learn, practice, and eventually attain enlightenment. The Buddha once said, "Enlightenment is not found outside of this very body. It is here that we learn to overcome suffering, let go of desires, and find liberation." But have you ever asked yourself, why is the body so important on the spiritual path? How can we nourish the body, mind, and soul in harmony? What lessons from Buddhism can help us turn the body into a gateway to awakening? The answer lies in how we treat our bodies each day. If we nurture, respect, and care for the body, it becomes a steady vessel that carries us across the ocean of suffering. But if we neglect or abuse it, the path to inner peace and wisdom becomes much harder to walk. Nothing in life is permanent. The body will age, it will change, and one day, it will fade away. But right now, in this very moment, it is the most precious gift we have. In today's video, we will explore why the body is called the temple of the soul, how to care for the body, mind, and soul in a balanced way. Powerful Buddhist insights on using the body as a tool for enlightenment. Stay with us until the end of the video because, by the time we finish, you will understand how to transform your body into a sacred temple, a place where your soul can truly grow and flourish. If this topic resonates with you, share your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss more profound Buddhist wisdom in the future. Let's begin this journey together with life lessons. The body, a raft to enlightenment. In Buddhist teachings, the body is often compared to a raft that helps us cross the river of suffering to reach the shore of enlightenment. The Buddha himself emphasized that while the body is not the ultimate self, it serves as an essential vehicle for spiritual practice. Understanding this concept allows practitioners to cultivate a balanced approach to their physical existence, neither indulging in sensual pleasures nor falling into self-mortification. The body as a means, not an end. The Buddha taught that attachment to the body leads to suffering. However, he did not advocate neglecting or rejecting it. Instead, he urged his disciples to see the body as a tool, an impermanent but necessary instrument for spiritual growth. Just as a traveler uses a boat to cross a river and then leaves it behind upon reaching the other shore, we must use the body wisely on our journey to awakening but not become overly attached to it. This perspective is deeply rooted in the middle way, a central tenet of Buddhism that advises against extremes. Before attaining enlightenment, the Buddha himself experienced both luxury and extreme asceticism. He realized that neither extreme was conducive to true wisdom. Thus, he taught that caring for the body should be done with mindfulness and moderation. The dangers of sensual indulgence. One extreme that the Buddha warned against is overindulgence in bodily pleasures. When one becomes excessively attached to physical comfort, it fosters desire, attachment, and suffering. Sensual pleasures are fleeting and can never provide lasting satisfaction. The more one seeks them, the more one craves, creating an endless cycle of dissatisfaction. In the Samanathala Sutta, the Buddha describes how those who are obsessed with bodily pleasure are like people who drink salt water to quench their thirst. Instead of satisfying their need, they only increase their craving. Likewise, indulgence in bodily pleasures strengthens attachment to the material world and hinders spiritual progress. This does not mean one must reject all forms of comfort. Instead, it is about developing a mindful relationship with physical well-being. Eating nutritious food, maintaining hygiene, and getting adequate rest are necessary for sustaining a healthy body, which in turn supports meditation and mental clarity. However, when physical comfort becomes the primary focus of life, it becomes a hindrance rather than an aid. The dangers of self-mortification. The other extreme is the path of self-mortification. Before attaining enlightenment, the Buddha practiced severe asceticism, believing that extreme bodily suffering could lead to liberation. He fasted excessively, subjected himself to great hardships, and pushed his body to its limits. However, he eventually realized that such practices only weakened the body and clouded the mind, making true insight impossible. The Buddha abandoned self-mortification and discovered the middle way, a path of balance between indulgence and deprivation. He taught that the body should be cared for but not worshipped, disciplined but not tortured. This wisdom is evident in the Vinaya Pitaka, where he discouraged extreme fasting and excessive physical austerities among monks. By avoiding the extremes of sensual indulgence and self-mortification, one can cultivate a body that supports spiritual practice rather than obstructs it. The middle way. A balanced approach. The middle way is the key to using the body wisely. This approach recognizes that while the body is impermanent, it plays a crucial role in the journey to enlightenment. To maintain a balanced life, one should eat mindfully. Food should be consumed to sustain the body, not for indulgence. Monks traditionally practice eating in moderation, taking only what is needed to maintain strength for practice. Rest sufficiently. Sleep is necessary for health, but excessive sleep leads to laziness and dullness of mind. Practice physical disciplines. Walking, meditation, yoga, and mindful movements help keep the body fit and harmonized with mental development. Avoid harmful substances. Intoxicants dull the mind and lead to carelessness, making it harder to cultivate mindfulness and wisdom. Use the body for good deeds. The body should be engaged in compassionate actions, such as helping others, practicing generosity, and performing right livelihood. By following these principles, one can use the body effectively as a means for spiritual growth rather than as a source of attachment and suffering. Meditative awareness of the body. Buddhism encourages mindfulness of the body as a method of developing wisdom. The Satipatthana Sutta describes mindfulness of the body as one of the four foundations of mindfulness. This practice involves observing the breath as it flows in and out, being aware of bodily sensations without attachment or aversion, understanding the impermanence of the body through contemplation of its transient nature, recognizing that the body is made of the same elements, earth, water, fire, and air, as everything else in existence. Through mindful observation, practitioners learn to see the body as it truly is, impermanent, subject to decay, and ultimately beyond one's control. This realization helps in reducing attachment and cultivating equanimity. The parable of the raft. One of the most famous analogies the Buddha used is the parable of the raft. He explained that a person wishing to cross a dangerous river would build a raft and use it to reach the far shore. However, once they arrived, carrying the raft on their back would be foolish. Likewise, the body is a raft that helps us cross the river of suffering, but once we reach enlightenment, we no longer need to cling to it. This does not mean that one should neglect or harm the body. Instead, it means using it skillfully while understanding that it is not the ultimate self. The body serves its purpose, but attachment to it causes suffering. The body is neither an enemy nor an idol, it is a tool for spiritual practice. The Buddha's teachings guide us to care for the body in a way that supports inner development without becoming enslaved by it. The middle way provides a path of balance, allowing one to cultivate wisdom while maintaining a healthy and functional body. By understanding that the body is a means to an end and not the ultimate goal, practitioners can walk the path toward liberation with clarity and purpose. Mindful awareness of the body, free from indulgence and self-denial. helps us navigate the journey toward enlightenment with wisdom and equanimity. Listening to the body, understanding yourself. In Buddhist philosophy, the body is often described as a reflection of the mind. Every emotion and thought manifests physically, allowing us to use the body as a tool for self-awareness and spiritual growth. By observing our bodily sensations, we can develop mindfulness, emotional intelligence, and a deeper understanding of ourselves. The body as a mirror of the mind. Our body constantly responds to our mental and emotional states. By paying close attention, we can recognize how the body reflects the mind. Anxiety, rapid heartbeat. When we are anxious, our heart rate increases, our breath becomes shallow, and tension builds in our muscles. Recognizing these signals can help us respond with mindfulness rather than panic. Anger, rising heat. When we feel anger, our body temperature rises, our face may flush, and our muscles tighten. If we become aware of these sensations, we can choose to respond with wisdom rather than reactivity. Peace, gentle breathing. When we are calm, our breath slows down, our muscles relax. And a sense of ease arises within us. By cultivating this state, we promote both physical and mental well-being. Using the body as a tool for awareness. The body is not just a passive vessel but an active participant in our spiritual journey. Buddhism encourages us to observe the body with mindfulness to cultivate insight and self-awareness. 1. Observing the breath. The breath is a direct link between body and mind. Watching the rhythm of inhalation and exhalation allows us to identify emotions and return to the present moment. The Buddha taught anapanasati, mindfulness of breathing, as a foundational practice to develop concentration and awareness. 2. Listening to bodily sensations. Our body stores emotions, tension, and energy. A mindful body scan, where we bring awareness to different parts of the body, helps release built-up stress and fosters self-understanding. This aligns with the Satipatthana Sutta's emphasis on mindfulness of the body. 3. Embracing stillness for healing. In today's fast-paced world, we often neglect to listen to our body. Creating moments of silence through meditation or mindful rest allows us to recognize our inner state and cultivate deep healing. Stillness helps us reconnect with ourselves and understand what our body truly needs. The middle way. Balancing the body and mind. Buddhism advocates the middle way, neither indulgence nor neglect of the body. We should care for the body as a means to support our spiritual practice while avoiding excessive attachment. Mindful eating. Consuming food for nourishment rather than pleasure fosters balance and awareness. Adequate rest, sleep restores the body, but excess sleep leads to lethargy. Moderation is key. Physical activity. Gentle movement, such as walking, meditation or yoga, promotes harmony between body and mind. Avoiding intoxicants, substances that dull the mind disrupt mindfulness and clarity. Engaging in positive actions, using the body for acts of kindness and compassion enhances our spiritual path. By maintaining balance, we ensure that the body remains a supportive tool rather than an obstacle to our growth. Meditative awareness of the body. The Satipatthana Sutta describes mindfulness of the body as a key to enlightenment. This includes observing the breath as it flows naturally, noticing bodily sensations without clinging or aversion, understanding impermanence by contemplating the body's changing nature, recognizing that the body, like all things, consists of elements that arise and pass away. This practice helps develop wisdom and detachment, freeing us from suffering. Our body is not separate from our mind, it is a gateway to self-awareness and transformation. By listening to the body with mindfulness, we cultivate balance, clarity, and inner peace. Instead of treating the body as something to control or ignore, we learn to honor it as a mirror reflecting our deepest truths. Through awareness and compassion, we use the body as a bridge to enlightenment, walking the middle path with wisdom and serenity. Diet and lifestyle according to Buddhist teachings. In Buddhism, diet and daily habits are not just about sustaining the body but also about cultivating mindfulness, balance, and spiritual clarity. The Buddha emphasized moderation in all aspects of life, including food consumption and daily routines, to support both physical health and mental well-being. Nourishing both body and mind. Food plays a crucial role in our lives, not only providing nourishment for the body but also shaping our mental and emotional state. A mindful approach to eating helps us cultivate gratitude, awareness, and discipline, leading to a more harmonious existence. 1. Eating in moderation. The Buddha advised his followers to eat in moderation, consuming only what is necessary to maintain health and support spiritual practice. Overeating leads to lethargy and dullness, while extreme restriction weakens the body and hinders meditation. The middle way encourages a balanced approach, eating enough to sustain energy without indulgence. 2. Avoiding harmful foods. Certain foods and substances can cloud the mind and disrupt inner peace. Buddhist teachings encourage avoiding alcohol and intoxicants. These impair judgment and clarity, making mindfulness difficult. Overly processed or artificial foods. Consuming fresh, natural foods helps maintain physical health and mental alertness. Heavy or overly rich meals. These can cause sluggishness and interfere with meditation and concentration. By choosing wholesome and nourishing foods, we create a supportive environment for both body and mind. 3. Practicing mindful eating. Mindful eating is a core Buddhist practice that fosters awareness and gratitude. The Buddha taught that when we eat, we should be fully present, appreciating the nourishment we receive. Eating slowly and without distractions, focus on each bite, savoring the flavors and textures. Expressing gratitude. Acknowledge the effort involved in bringing food to the table, from farmers to cooks. Listening to the body. Eating only when hungry and stopping when satisfied prevents overconsumption and promotes health. Balanced daily living. Beyond diet, daily habits and routines greatly impact our well-being. A mindful approach to daily living fosters clarity, stability, and inner peace. 1. Prioritizing rest and sleep. Adequate sleep is essential for maintaining both physical health and mental sharpness. Buddhism emphasizes sleeping early and waking up early. This aligns with natural rhythms and enhances vitality. Avoiding overstimulation before bedtime, meditation, reading, or gentle breathing exercises can prepare the mind for rest. Keeping a simple and peaceful sleeping environment. A calm, uncluttered space supports deep and restorative sleep. 2. Engaging in physical activity. Physical movement is vital for maintaining a strong and healthy body, which in turn supports a clear and focused mind. Walking meditation, yoga, and mindful stretching are excellent practices that align with Buddhist principles. Walking meditation, this practice fosters mindfulness while engaging the body. Stretching and yoga. These movements enhance flexibility and reduce tension, improving circulation and mental clarity. Moderate exercise, engaging in regular, mindful activity keeps the body resilient and balanced. 3. Creating a mindful daily routine. A well-structured daily routine helps cultivate discipline and mindfulness. Buddhist monks follow a strict daily schedule, balancing meditation, study, work, and rest. Lay practitioners can adopt a similar approach by setting aside time for meditation and reflection to maintain inner clarity. Practicing mindful work and chores to stay present in each task. Engaging in acts of kindness and generosity to nourish the soul. The connection between body and mind. When the body is properly nourished and cared for, the mind becomes clearer and more receptive to wisdom. A healthy body supports spiritual practice, allowing us to deepen our mindfulness and compassion. By following a balanced diet and lifestyle, we create the optimal conditions for inner peace and enlightenment. Diet and lifestyle are integral aspects of Buddhist practice, shaping both physical health and spiritual well-being. By eating mindfully, avoiding harmful substances, and maintaining a balanced daily routine, we cultivate discipline, clarity, and harmony. When we care for the body in a way that aligns with Buddhist principles, the mind becomes more open, receptive, and at peace, allowing us to walk the middle path with wisdom and serenity. Transforming the body into a sacred temple for the spirit. In Buddhist philosophy, the body is often compared to a sacred temple, a vessel that houses the mind and spirit. If neglected, it deteriorates, but with proper care, it becomes a sanctuary of peace and enlightenment. The way we treat our bodies directly impacts our spiritual journey, making it essential to maintain purity, mindfulness, and compassion in our daily lives. The body as a spiritual temple. The concept of the body as a temple is rooted in the idea that our physical form is not merely a vessel but a medium through which we cultivate wisdom, kindness, and enlightenment. By treating it with respect and care, we create a space for our consciousness to thrive. 1. Maintaining purity. Purity is a fundamental aspect of Buddhist practice, encompassing physical cleanliness, ethical conduct, and mental discipline. Physical purity, maintaining cleanliness through personal hygiene, healthy eating, and exercise ensures that the body remains strong and resilient. Ethical purity, avoiding harmful actions such as lying, stealing, and harming others keeps our interactions with the world harmonious. Mental purity, letting go of greed, anger, and ignorance, the three poisons, prevents internal pollution that clouds wisdom. By keeping the body, speech, and mind pure, we create an environment conducive to spiritual growth. 2. Daily meditation, sweeping the inner temple. Just as a temple requires regular maintenance, our inner world needs constant care. Meditation serves as a way to cleanse the mind, clear distractions, and cultivate inner peace. Mindfulness meditation helps in observing thoughts without attachment, reducing stress and increasing clarity. Loving-kindness meditation encourages compassion toward oneself and others, fostering emotional balance. Breath awareness anchors the mind to the present, preventing unnecessary mental agitation. Through meditation, we remove the dust of ignorance and attachment, keeping our spiritual temple radiant and serene. 3. Living with compassion and wisdom. A well-kept temple is not only a place of tranquility for oneself but also a beacon of light for others. By embodying kindness and wisdom, we elevate our existence beyond physical needs. Compassion, extending loving kindness to all beings fosters harmony and understanding. Wisdom, recognizing the impermanence of life allows us to navigate challenges with equanimity. Selflessness, serving others without expectation cultivates deep inner fulfillment. When we live with these principles, our body becomes more than a mere structure, it transforms into a sanctuary of peace and guidance. The harmony of body and mind. True peace arises when the body and mind are in alignment. When we nurture the body with mindfulness, treat others with kindness, and purify our thoughts, we unlock a deep sense of tranquility. The body, once seen as a mere physical entity, becomes a temple where the spirit flourishes. The body is not just a vehicle for existence. It is a sacred space that deserves reverence and care. By maintaining purity, practicing meditation, and embodying compassion and wisdom, we turn our physical form into a sanctuary for the spirit. When body and mind are in harmony, we experience profound peace, allowing us to walk the path of enlightenment with clarity and grace. Conclusion. Honoring the body as a sacred vessel. The body is not a burden but a tool for spiritual development. Properly caring for the body lays a strong foundation for enlightenment. Treat your body as a sacred temple, a dwelling place for the noble soul. In Buddhist philosophy, the body is seen as a means to cultivate wisdom and compassion. It is not an obstacle to spiritual growth but a necessary vehicle that carries us along the path of awakening. When we approach our physical form with mindfulness, we enhance our ability to deepen meditation, develop insight, and experience true peace. The role of the body in spiritual growth. Many people view the body as something to be controlled or ignored in spiritual practice, but in reality, it is a crucial element of the journey toward enlightenment. The Buddha taught that mindfulness of the body leads to greater awareness and understanding of impermanence. By taking care of the body, we create an environment where the mind can settle into deeper states of concentration and wisdom. Respecting the body, instead of treating it with neglect or indulgence, we should maintain balance, recognizing that it supports our mental and spiritual well-being. Mindful nourishment, eating with awareness, choosing foods that promote health and clarity, and avoiding harmful substances create harmony within. Physical well-being, regular movement, rest, and self-care strengthen the body so it can sustain our spiritual efforts. Caring for the body with mindfulness. Every action we take toward our body can become an act of mindfulness. Whether eating, walking, or breathing, we can cultivate awareness that deepens our connection between body and mind. The practice of mindful movement, such as yoga or walking meditation, allows us to appreciate our physical presence as an integral part of our spiritual existence. By bringing mindfulness to our daily routine, we transform ordinary moments into opportunities for spiritual growth. When we eat, we acknowledge the interconnection of all beings who contributed to our nourishment. When we breathe, we recognize the preciousness of life. When we rest, we allow healing and renewal to take place. Honoring the body as a sacred temple. To regard the body as a sacred temple means treating it with kindness and respect. Just as a temple is kept clean and cared for, we should maintain our body with similar reverence. This is not out of attachment or vanity but as a way of honoring the life we have been given. Compassion for oneself. Avoiding self-judgment and embracing the body as it is fosters inner peace. Discipline and balance, neither indulgence nor deprivation leads to enlightenment, instead. The middle way teaches us to nourish without excess and to train without harm. Gratitude for the body, recognizing that this body allows us to practice, learn, and serve others shifts our perspective from dissatisfaction to appreciation. If you found today's lesson meaningful, please like, share and subscribe to receive more profound Buddhist wisdom. May your journey be filled with peace, wisdom, and compassion. See you in the next video.